Hey guys, it's Autumn here and welcome back to another video. So I know my videos have been on Wednesdays recently and I know it's a bit weird and the schedule's kind of shifted, but the schedule should be shifting back after this week hopefully, as long as everything goes well. I recently had cataract surgery, so I am learning to cope with that at the moment. I haven't really said it much on this channel, but I do have an eye issue and my one eye was the one that had cataract surgery, so I am recovering from that right now. So I don't know how much drawing I'll be doing, but I will do my best to record whatever drawing I do as I work on tweaking my style or changing my style based upon the way that I see now. I had it this past Wednesday and I have been recovering since. The doctors have said everything looks good, so hopefully I can continue to heal quickly and I will be able to get right back into painting fairly soon. So this painting I did the night before my surgery, and it was kind of created out of an anxious way of, okay, I need to stop thinking about this and focus on something else. So the lighting in this isn't perfect. It gets kind of dark at times and it grays out the colors more than I would hope I was hoping it had, but it's still one of my favorite paintings that I think I've ever painted. I used the Sunhat paints for a lot of the base tones, like the skin. I mixed with the Sunhat paints again because I wanted to get a handle on it, because I don't think I did very well in my testing out Sunhat paints video that I did last week. So I wanted to adjust it and see if I could figure out a better way to get the skin tone. It came out much better, more of a pink peach color as opposed to the very orange tone that I got last week. And it really complimented what I was doing. So I copied a pose from Pinterest, not Pinstagram. Wow, that was not at all what I meant. From Pinterest, from a girl who was wearing a dress like this, and I kind of just created the hat because I thought a hat would be cute with this. She was standing to the side with her face facing this way, looking at the camera, and I thought it would be really cute to just copy the pose and use it as the reference. I'm not great at side shots of like bodies and things, so I figured this would be a good way for me to practice that, kind of see how I can tweak the way that I draw in order for it to fit well in all styles of drawings, instead of just front facing and sort of 3/4 view, even though I don't really draw 3/4. The hat I think could have used a bit of work in this piece, but I don't draw hats very much. I'm more of a fancy hairdo style person, or glasses and things like that. So I worked on trying to create a realistic hat as best as I could. I really like the way the shading came out on most of this. I was pretty impressed with how well it came out considering how I was feeling when I was painting this. The skin tone I really liked. I liked that I could layer the pinks for the cheeks and things underneath it. And I did something similar with the hair where I layered down, I believe it was the Chinese orange to begin with, because I liked the really warm color for it. And I did that, and I left darker bits along the edges and the top of the hair to have a baseline for where my shadows were going to be. I originally just put in this quick flat wash, and then as I was painting the left side of her hair, I noticed that it was a little bit darker in the underneath side of it. So I went back and I touched it up with some darker tones of the Chinese orange to give me a base shade. And then later on I go back over it with the Daniel Smith quinacridone gold in a light wash to give her more of a goldeny orange hair instead of this very false looking orange hair. You can see I'm putting in the shadows underneath the brim of the hat and top along the bottom of her hairline, and just kind of touching up spots that were a little bit too light to begin with. I'm going over it here with the Quin Gold in order to give it the more rich orange tone that looks a bit more realistic than it did before. The dress and the brim of the hat were painted with the Quin Magenta, which I really liked. I figured the color would complement nicely with her pale complexion and kind of bring out the pink in her shoulder and in her face, where the warmer spots of her skin would be. I also used the Quin Magenta for her lips, and I went in with just the Chinese orange in a very heavy amount on her eyebrows, so they would pop and make the orange a bit more noticeable. Let's see. Her eyes are blue because I just wanted to test and see what kind of gradients I could get with the color, and I think they turned out really pretty. It was sort of an accident on the first one. I was like, hey, I like this. I'm going to keep this now. So I did. I think the top lip could have been a bit darker, or the bottom lip could have been a bit lighter when I went over and did that. I didn't glaze it as well as I'd hoped to, but it came out okay. I almost thought about keeping this piece lineless when I was working on it, but I decided against it because I needed something to keep me busy for another hour or so before I went to bed. And so I do go in and line this, but I think it looks really pretty regardless if I had put the lines in or not. It does have depth and shadow, but certain things did need the definition, like her nose and her eyes. Although I probably could have left the lips, the shoulder, her hair the way it was without giving it too much definition. So I do, again, want to apologize for the weirdness that is my schedule these past couple of weeks. Again, I do hope that next week or the week after I will move back into a normal video schedule instead of this once a week weirdness. Again, this is completely dependent upon how quickly I heal. I'm trying to take it easy so I don't hurt myself or cause any unneeded strenuous things on my eye. Because for those of you who don't know, cataract surgery is when you get a lens replaced in your eye, and this lens is acrylic and can easily scratch your eye if you're not careful before it's healed properly. So don't worry about me though, I am taking it easy. This is one of the easier things that I've had to do the past couple of days, because I've had to take many a trip up to the cataract surgeons for them to check everything and make sure it all looks well. So that's all I have to say about this piece for now. If you guys do have any questions about the cataract surgery, or what it was like, or what's different now as compared to before, you can always leave those questions down in the comments below. Or if you'd like, I can make a video on it in the upcoming weeks when I feel that I have healed enough to talk about it and share my experience. So that's about it for this video, and I will see you guys next week, whether it be on Wednesday or Monday, for another art video. Bye everyone!
Hey guys, if you like this video, be sure to check out another one over there, and if you want to see the full playlist for this series, check out over here. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone!